is the Lexus Sports Extra with Josh Moser, Mike DePasquale, Donovan Campbell, and Drew Rosenhaus.
Hi, everybody. Tyler Bass ruining the Dolphins' afternoon and possibly Miami's season. A career-long 61-yard field goal to lift the Bills to a 30-27 Week 9 win, dropping the Dolphins to 2-6 on the season. Hi, everybody. Welcome inside our Channel 7 studios. This is Lexus Sports Extra. I'm Josh Moser. Miami Dolphins fans dejected, some heartbroken. This was supposed to be the season the team snapped its playoff curse. Instead, to start November, it's looking like the Fins won't even make the postseason. The Bills proving once again the AFC East runs through Buffalo. Dolphins haven't won in upstate New York since 2016. Buffalo also looking for their 6th win in a row against Miami. Second quarter, Bills in the red zone, and Josh Allen looking for Keon Coleman. And Jalen Ramsey just takes it away. First interception of the season for Gold Jacket. Ramsey saving a touchdown. Ensuing Dolphins drive. Tua methodical all the way down, dumps it off to Devon Achane. Too much speed. First touchdown of the game. Dolphins take a 10-3 lead. Third quarter, Raheem Mostert on the toss, has the seam, and Teron Johnson punches it out from behind. Bills recover the fumble. Mostert had the first down, just an incredible individual play. That would lead to this 4th and goal. Josh Allen has time to former Dolphin Mac Hollins. The touchdown puts Buffalo up 12-10 after the missed point after. Under 2:30 to play in the third, it's the rookie Ray Davis on the simple wheel route. The Fins cannot tackle in space. This has gone for a 63-yard touchdown. Bills regain the lead 20-13. Ensuing Dolphins drive. Miami back in the red zone. It's Achane for the second time this afternoon. Game is retied at 20. Back and forth we go. Under 7 to play. Bills 2nd and goal, and somehow Allen flipping it to Quentin Morris. Completely unscripted. Look at that. Whoop, just right to the tight end for 6. That's special. Bills on top 27-20. Under 2 minutes left. Dolphins need an answer. Tua scrambling, and then has Jalen Waddle, his first of the season. Game is tied at 27. However, a minute 40, a lot of time. 3rd and long for the Bills. Allen going deep for Coleman and Jordan Poyer. The former Bill called for the helmet-to-helmet contact. Huge penalty gives Buffalo the first down, and that would set up this. Tyler Bass from 61. It is true. The Dolphins put together their best game of the season, and is simply not enough. Bills victorious 30-27. Miami drops another one in Buffalo.
Regardless of where we play them, whether it's here or in Hard Rock, we just got to find a way to beat them. That's it. I know it sounds mundane because I say this over and over, but we just got to find a way to beat them. That's it.
We really had a lot to play for, and guys wanted this one bad, so this will hurt. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing in the big picture. It just depends on what you do with it.
We can run the table and 11-win team, I think we're, for sure in. But obviously, you can't really worry about that right now. But the belief has to be there, that we're playing for something. We're fighting for something. And you got to believe that your efforts are going to be worth it.
Extra points.
For more on this heartbreaking Dolphins loss, we bring in our insider, Drew Rosenhaus. Drew, the fan base is so frustrated. How frustrated are the players?
I think the players are absolutely resilient. This team went up to Buffalo as a big underdog and fought hard to the really last play of the game, and at times outplayed the Bills. So I think the team, in many respects, despite it being a heart-wrenching defeat, in many respects, this team has played a lot better with Tua back. Tua has done a nice job the last 2 weeks. I think that the players on the team see a glimmer of hope and some optimism down the stretch with, 9 games to play.
They did play much better, but the reality is they still lost, Drew. Haven't won in Buffalo in 8 years. The Bills have now won 6 in a row. What is it about this team that the Dolphins just can't seem to figure out?
Well, you've got to give credit to Josh Allen. He always seems to make the big play, whether it's a key conversion on third down, finding the end zone, or making a clutch play at the end of the game. Josh Allen is he's a Dolphins killer, and well, he's a league killer. He's one of the best players in the league, and definitely is one of the true all-stars, and he's a superstar, and we saw that today.
We saw your client Jordan Poyer pick up that unfortunate helmet-to-helmet penalty on the final drive. Raheem Mostert had the big fumble in the second half. Tua had Tyreek on that long pass. If placed differently, it would have been a touchdown. How do these little mistakes add up, but how do you fix them?
Well, one thing about football, you have to go back and replay your mistakes. You've got to watch the film. You've got to learn from it. You've got to get better. And the Dolphins are going to see a lot of positives, but they're also going to look back and have a lot of regrets, a lot of missed opportunities. Much like the Cardinals game, there were missed opportunities. The Dolphins could have won this football game, but could have, should have, would have. Now they just have to pick it up, have a great week of practice, go out to L.A., and face a really hot Los Angeles Rams team on Monday Night Football.
The reality, Drew, is Miami's 2-6. It's November 3rd. The bye week is gone, and the postseason is looking like a pipe dream. Why is or isn't Mike McDaniel the right coach to turn this around?
Well, Mike McDaniel's had 2 excellent seasons, and he has done a terrific job with Tua, and bringing him along over the last 2 years has been very notable. I don't believe that you can just get down on a guy after just extending his contract. He's the same coach that led to a contract extension. It's been a down year. The Tua injury had a lot to do with it. They've had other tough injuries. And, certainly when you lose your star quarterback for much of the season, it's going to impact your football team. And the Dolphins had a lot of turnover this year, and unfortunately, they have not been able to replace some of the guys that have left. And, the players that are on this football team are going to have to find a way to get it together and finish the second half of the season strong.
Tuesday is the trade deadline. Drew, we'll bring you back in a few minutes to discuss a potential move. Thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Sure.
Time now for Lexus SoFlo Pros.
Our South Florida boys putting on a show in Week 9. It seems in every game there's at least one player from our city showing out. We start this week in Charlotte. Panthers Saints, Bryce Young rolling out, and Shamar Jean-Charles strips it from the receiver. Incredible play by the former Miramar standout. However, Saints fall 23-22. In Cleveland, Chargers Browns, Joshua Palmer having a day. The former St. Thomas Aquinas star wide open for the touchdown. Time to put him on your fantasy team. Chargers roll 27-10. Baltimore Ravens Broncos, Lamar Jackson and Zay Flowers might just be the best exports from Broward County. Flowers beating the entire Denver secondary to the pylon for the score. Jackson had a perfect passer rating in a 41-10 win. Finally, to Seattle's Rams Seahawks. Geno Smith, what are you doing, my man? That's Cam Kinchins on the interception. You may remember him from Northwestern High, if not there, the University of Miami. The third-round pick this year had 2 INTs on the day, including this one for the 103-yard return, the longest pick 6 in Rams history. LA winners in overtime, 26-20.
Every time that pops in my mind, every time I do catch a pick, Ed Reed at Miami always told me, if you catch one, why not? It's not illegal to catch another one. So I try to go out there and catch as many as I can. I want to go out there with 8 to 10,
We welcome back Drew Rosenhaus to Lexus Sports Extra. Tuesday is the trade deadline. Last week, Drew, we talked about this team needing a pass rusher. What do you expect Chris Grier to do in the next 48 hours?
I will tell you that Chris Grier and the Dolphins have been very active in making phone calls, at least over the last 3 weeks. Without getting into specifics, I know for a fact that the Dolphins have been aggressive to try to get better and And so far, they haven't been able to make a trade, but not for a lack of trying. With that being said, I do not expect the Dolphins by any means to give up on this season. I don't expect them to trade away any of their top players, and I wouldn't be surprised if they acquired a player or two. They are really determined to play good football and, do everything they can to turn this season around, and they have not given up by any stretch of the imagination.
Dolphins faithful, they're liking that. Calais Campbell's a name, Drew, 37 years old, has been floating about here in trade rumors. What type of value would he command?
I don't believe that the Dolphins will trade Calais Campbell. He's just playing too well, and quite frankly, once the Dolphins get Zach Sealer back, they're going to be counting on that combination of Zach Sealer and Calais Campbell to hold down the fort. Nothing against the other defensive tackles, but Sealer and Campbell are the guys, and the Dolphins need them.
Owner Stephen Ross is now 84 years old. We know he wants to win so much. How much does his age impact decisions at the trade deadline and roster moves?
Well, I think Stephen Ross would be a determined owner, whether he was 84 or not. I mean, he's just a highly competitive guy. Knowing him as well as I do, he's a very competitive owner. He's determined. I think he's done a great job as an owner. He's definitely given the Dolphins all of the tools that they've needed to be successful. Financially, he's come through every time. I think Ross is a great owner who will do everything he can to help this season get turned around.
We know you do a lot of deals with Chris Grier, but if this team misses the playoffs, how likely is it that you think he's out of the job?
I think there's no chance he's going to be out of the job. Chris Grier helped engineer this team to 2 playoffs each of the last 2 seasons. Outstanding years. He's built the franchise and brought them a franchise quarterback. He acquired one of the best players in Dolphin franchise history, and Tyreek Hill. From my perspective, he's on the competition committee because he's well respected throughout the league, and I don't think there's any chance the Dolphins would let Chris Grier go, no matter how poorly the season goes. He's a very talented GM, and I don't see any way for them to upgrade. He's a winner, and I'm confident they're going to keep him.
The insight we get nowhere else, Drew. Thank you so much for giving us a little bit of your time tonight.
You bet, Josh. Hopefully we'll have more fun next week.
Let's go college level. The Canes jumping to number 4 in the country in the latest polls following a strong second half in a blowout win over Duke. Miami's now 9-0 on the season. It is at Georgia Tech this upcoming week. Oregon, Georgia stay 1-2 respectively. Ohio State jumps to 3 after beating Penn State. Texas rounds out the top 5 in the latest poll. Let's go back to the Canes. Cam Ward special in that second half against Duke. How about this touchdown to Xavier Restrepo, the senior becoming the program's all-time leader in receptions and receiving yards in this game. And this pair might be the best quarterback-receiver duo in all of college football.
I think the things which y'all seeing with me and X right now are just us prospering because we're on the same page every game. So we got a lot more work to do. He had a couple plays he wished he had bad. I had a lot of plays I wish I could have bad. So at the end of the day, we haven't played our best ball, but it's coming for sure.
Cam Ward officially the Heisman favorite through 10 weeks of the season. When Lexus Sports Xtra returns, we go around the NFL for a look at Sunday's best. Plus, this NFL Hall of Famer returns home to serve his community. Literally, Donovan Campbell joins us for this story.